And here, is there anyone in America who has done more to protect the right to vote in this election? Is there anyone who's done more to make sure the voice of every Georgian is heard? I don't think so. Stacey Abrams, you're a hero. You're the one that got this going. And we all thank you. And of course, honk for your next United States Senators, John Ossoff and Reverend Raphael Warnock. Georgia, let me start with two simple words. Thank you. Thank you for turning out in record numbers in the November election. Thank you for the faith you put in me and Vice President-elect Harris. And thank you for standing strong to make sure your voices were heard, your votes were counted, and counted, and counted again. I'm starting to feel like I won Georgia 3 times. I have to say, it feels pretty good. You know, I think all of you just taught Donald Trump a lesson. In this election, Georgia wasn't going to be bullied. Georgia wasn't going to be silenced. Georgia certainly wasn't going to stand by and let Donald Trump or the state of Texas or anyone else come in here and toss out your votes. But you know who didn't stand by? You know who did nothing while Trump, Texas, and others were trying to wipe out every single one of the almost 5 million votes you had cast here in Georgia in November? Your 2 Republican senators. They stood by. In fact, your 2 Republican senators fully embraced what Texas was telling the Supreme Court. They fully embraced nullifying nearly 5 million Georgia votes. You might want to remember that come January 5th. Now, I'll try to be generous here in the spirit of the season. Maybe your senators were just confused. Maybe they think they represent Texas. Well, if you want to do the bidding of Texas, you should be running in Texas, not in Georgia. Because you know what? You got a couple of folks running for the United States Senate in this state who aren't confused at all. John Ossoff, Raphael Warnock, they're running to represent Georgia. Georgia. They'll actually fight for you, represent you, stand up for you. They won't put Texas first. They won't put Donald Trump first. They won't put themselves first either. They'll put you first, the people of Georgia. There's no doubt in my mind, none, that if Texas or Trump or anyone else in the United States Senate tries to do anything except respect the will of the people of Georgia, they'll move heaven and earth to stop them. Folks, you know, you all did something extraordinary in November. You voted in record numbers. You voted to improve the lives of every Georgian. And you voted as if your life depended on it. Well, guess what? Now you're going to have to do it again. Come January 5th, you got to vote in record numbers again. Because yes, the lives of every Georgian still depend on what you do. And yes, you still need to vote as if your life depends on it, because it does. And guess what? You don't have to wait until January 5th to vote. You can vote starting now. Early vote has begun. There's no one, that's not one reason here why you should wait to vote. So don't wait. Let me hear how many of you folks have already voted. How many of you are going to vote today? And how many of you have a plan to vote? Get your family members to vote. A friend, a neighbor, a coworker. Let me hear it. We got to vote. Is Georgia going to break the record for voting in these state Senate elections? I think so. Now let me tell you something. There are a lot of folks betting you won't. There are a lot of folks thinking maybe Georgia broke the record for votes for presidential election, but there's no way they do it again in this special election for 2 seats in the United States Senate. Are you ready to prove them wrong? I think you are. I think Georgia is going to shock the nation with the number of people who vote on January the 5th. Am I right, Georgia? Am I right? Well, we've got a lot of work to do. And I plan to get to work right away doing it. I need 2 senators from this state who want to get something done, not 2 senators who are just going to get in the way. Because, look, getting nothing done just hurts Georgia. Look at what's happening right now in the Congress. The United States Senate should have passed the coronavirus and economic relief package months ago. People are hurting. Millions out of work. Small businesses closing. People are struggling to pay their rent, worried that after Christmas they'll be thrown out before New Year's. Concerned about paying their mortgage, over $10 million. Putting food on the table has become a Herculean task for so many. And what's the United States Senate doing? Nothing. People need help, and they need it right now. States like Georgia need help to keep firefighters, cops, first responders, educators on the job. We need immediate funding for testing and vaccine distribution. We need to get money into people's pockets right away. Look, don't get me wrong. I hope Congress passes a package right away. But it should support firefighters, it should. Educators, first responders. It should also support the testing and vaccinations we need. It should deliver direct cash payments to people right away when they badly need it to stay on top. Your 2 Republican senators are not supporting that kind of package. Both John, Raphael do. There's so much more we can get done. On COVID, on revitalizing our economy, on health care, on voting rights, on criminal justice, racial justice, on climate change. We can get so much done, so much that can make the lives of people of Georgia and the whole country so much better. And we need senators who are willing to do it, for God's sake. So let me hear you. Are you ready to vote for the 2 senators that are doers and not roadblocks?